You decide.
Well, North Korea is defying the world, launching missiles this week and making threats against the U.S. and our allies. And today, South Korea even saying it appears the North may be getting ready to move another missile to a launch site. So what's the solution? Would the same strategy that helped bring down the Berlin Wall help us now with North Korea? Joining us to talk about this, Congressman Peter King of New York, a Republican and ranking member on the House Homeland Security Committee, and former Texas Congressman Martin Frost, who is a Democrat and a Fox News contributor. And I'm glad you're both here. I want to talk to you about this. Deter and contain. That was the policy, Congressman King, when it came to the Cold War. Would it work with North Korea?
Only to some extent, because, keep in mind that the Soviet leaders and the Chinese leaders at their root were still basically normal people. They were rational. And in North Korea, we're talking about a country which really is an organized crime family disguised as a state. So I think we have to move in several different directions at the same time. I think what Secretary Gates said today was very important, that perhaps the United States, South Korea, and Japan should consider working on their own if China does not cooperate in the six-party talks, because China could stop this overnight if they wanted to by cutting off the energy and the food supplies to North Korea. Now, for whatever reason, and for various reasons, they don't want to, probably because they're afraid of a united Korea. But the thought, I think, of the United States working with Japan and South Korea, and Japan possibly considering nuclear weapons, could be enough to get China to take the serious action that it should take, because they're the only ones who can really, short of military action, stop North Korea.
And it seems, Congressman Frost, that without China's cooperation in this, any kind of Cold War-style playbook really wouldn't work.
Well, we've got to put extreme pressure on China, and also, both during the Clinton administration and during the Bush administration, we provided some food and energy to North Korea. We shouldn't be providing them anything right now. We ought to squeeze them economically, and we ought to do everything we can to get China to squeeze them economically. And I think Gates did the right thing. Secretary Gates did exactly the right thing today, to let them know that there's a possibility, we're not saying we're going to do this today, but there's a possibility of military consequences if they try and provide technology, nuclear technology, to rogue states and to rogue operations.
Like Iran or Syria or Libya or some others that have been mentioned. Congressman King, how far do you think the North Koreans are willing to go? You hate to have an adversary who seems to have nothing to lose, but in this case, the North Koreans really have nothing to lose.
I think they will go as far as they can. I think they want to build up as much of a deterrent as they can, and they feel that way they can shake the world down. It'll make us obviously less reluctant to take action against them, which is why I agree with Martin. I think we have to move as effectively as we can with sanctions, by getting really squeezing China to to start cutting off the energy and the food supplies. The U.S. should also stop making any type supplies to them at all. And we have to make it clear that, again, if we have to go it alone with Japan and South Korea through sanctions, through economic methods, and also the fact that just the thought of Japan arming in a nuclear way could be enough to get China to start taking this much more seriously than it has up till now.
Congressman Peter King,
you hate to see
real quickly, Congressman Frost, I'm sorry, I'm almost out of time.
Suffer. But they should suffer. Their people should suffer right now in terms of food and energy. You have to draw a line.
Congressman Frost, Congressman King, gentlemen, thank you very much. I wish we had more time for this, but we'll have you both on again real soon.